What's up, guys? It's Jughead here, just a down-to-earth guy trying to bring you some down-to-earth content. Welcome back to my Let's Watch Hunter x Hunter series. Today we are going to be watching episode 49, Pursuit and Analysis. Now, I know it's going to be coming up 3 weeks or so since the last Hunter x Hunter episode. I am sorry, I sound like a broken record every time. Just know, hey, life gets in the way. Life gets in the way of the enjoyable, fun things sometimes. But don't worry about me. I do not need a refresher course. Episode 48, you know what my discussion was all about. You know how passionate I was in that discussion. Not one of, maybe my favorite episode so far in terms of the characterization, the exposition, the messaging. Again, if you watched that episode, you listened to my discussion, hopefully, and you know how passionate I was and how much I enjoyed it and how much I dived into that to say, I remember saying, if you don't enjoy these types of episodes, if you didn't enjoy episode 48, you don't understand Hunter x Hunter and you don't understand Tagashi. So I hope after that episode, after that discussion, you know where I am on the appreciation scale, on the level of understanding. Episode 49. I'm going to want to watch the recap just to, get it all clicking, but I know Leorio dialed into Gon and Killua like, yo, you know how we're after some money. I got these targets. Remember, we're also after some bounty hunting. I got a woman and I got a man on my screen right now. Let's get after him. And we know that it's Machi and Nobunaga. So, we're going to be seeing some action, maybe. Either some hunting, some prowling, some Assassin's Creed type stuff, just lurking around some corners. Or are we going to get into some Hunter x Hunter Nen action here? Or a title like Pursuit and Analysis? What the hell could that mean? Are we going to be going more brains again this episode? Who knows? But no more talking out of me. Let's get into episode 49. I want to get into this because I've already made us all wait on this channel long enough. So headphones are going on. I shall see you in a few seconds. Okay, Hunter x Hunter, episode 49. Let's go. Before we get started though, hit that like button to support the series and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. With that out of the way, in 3, 2, 1, let's go. We're starting from 0. Okay. Holy shit, this is loud. Ah! Jesus. Okay. Yep. We're leaving Zepile. You handle our stuff now that you're on our team. And we'll go do this bounty hunt and killing. Let me skip the intro. Pursuit and Analysis. Let's go. Yep, we're moving out. We're hunting. Like hunters do. Machi Nobunaga. Nobunaga's just a badass looking dude. I hope he's a major antagonist, because he's one of my favorites in the group. I do not like Machi's hair though. She looked a lot better in that ponytail back then. Leorio's scheming. Nice. And I love how the two of them are just openly discussing their whole Phantom Troop stuff. They don't care who listens. What are they going to do about it? Yeah, that situation settled all right.
さて問題はここからだ。どうやってあの二人を捕まえるかだが。
無理だね。俺たちの手に負える相手じゃないよ。
True, Leario's useless. You're gonna die.
騒ぐな。気づかれる。しょうがないだろ。実際見てそう感じたんだから。親父がさ、仕事で旅団の一人。
Ooh, okay.
珍しくぼやいてたんだ。割に合わない仕事だった。
The job wasn't worth the price. Now, that is a line that I got spoiled a while back, but I don't know anything else. And a man like Silva, if he's saying that, I love their faces. Gon's eyebrows twitching. Eyes at the back of their heads. They're curious cats. Yep. And someone who's not worried at all knows that they can beat anybody here. Yep. They want to fight. They actively want to be taking out their enemies. Less people to worry about. Very interesting that they can sense they're being watched. And they can feel their auras maybe, or... Ooh. Technically, Kurapika could take Uvo's spot. Because that's how it logically works. Just as Hisoka is a new member because he killed somebody. Let me read that back. It's getting very tense. They're all a team, but they each have their own free will to think and do as they want. It's getting real ominous. They know you're out there. They don't know who you are. Yes, you're useless. Yeah, because then they'll be like, where'd they are? Where'd they go? You're just a man with a briefcase and 2 kids. Act cool. Are they gonna get new members? Or is it just gonna dwindle down? What is this? No Country for Old Men? All rests on a coin flip? They're dead. Oh. Is he dead? The guy on the left? I forget his name. Is he dead? I don't remember. No. The Nostrada leader. Kurapika smart. Yep, no more collecting your human trophy crap. If you're alive by next year. Except the eyes. You don't get the eyes. Or Pika gets those. I'm sure you have. Yeah. Oh no, he is alive, okay. Oh yeah, Basho. Uh-oh. Oh no, yeah. No, he's Basho. I'm an idiot. Let me stop talking. I see these characters so infrequently that my brain doesn't make sure to remember their names. It's gonna take me a while. So Krollo's after Neon, and they're gonna be protecting her, so not good for characters that I like. Don't be so materialistic. Value your lives more. And that guy is being tortured. And they already have everything. And the 10th is in their custody. Yep. Now what? They were professionals, though. Who the hell are you hiring now? Oh! Ooh! Ooh, I'm going back because that gave me goosebumps. I want to hear that music again. Ooh. We're bringing in Silva, and I saw another person. Oh my god. Oh my god. I have goosebumps. Murder is a tool, not our trade. The grandfather? Oh! I am aroused sexually. God damn. So is the price worth it? They're gonna recognize each other, or they're gonna recognize Korpika's gonna be like, oh, you're a Zoldyck. You can kind of tell who's gonna die and who's gonna live just by like, the warriors are gonna survive. The people that have very niche abilities are gonna die. Like Shalnark is gonna die. Like you're the research nerd, the hacker, and that manipulator ability. There's no like, come on, you ain't doing shit. Woo-hoo-hoo! Two promises. We give up immediately and escape. Yes. Act smart. Listen to kill. Yes. I love this. Yes. Yes. She's easier to take out than him. Using his assassin abilities. Oh, I forgot. Yep. He tracked him for an entire day. And used Zetsu without even knowing it. If you're able to track Hisoka and he doesn't notice you, I feel like... I have a good memory, but it's always interesting that the show brings it up. All this past knowledge, past references before you can even think of it. I love that the show always stays steps ahead of the viewer. You're always trying to catch up with the show. That's good storytelling. Because it doesn't make you bored. Keeps you engaged. Yeah, even like a look or an eye look or any sort of tiny behavior, he will notice it. Yep, he's been doing this since he was 3 years old. I'd guess, so he doesn't know for sure. He is impressed. But he's not as good. Let Killua take the front. They know you're out there somewhere. Dude, if Killua, Silva, and the grandfather all meet up together, that would be fucking sick. But then, would Killua choose family in the end? Because remember, that's what Silva's hoping for. Like, say it's a life or death situation. Does he save his father? Does he save Gon? Does he do something, you know? He's smart. I love this intellectual analysis. Like, yep, exactly. Pursuit and analysis. I love this thinking. I feel like it transfers over to you as a viewer to make you smarter and more aware. True. So they know the mafia is not involved. Because he has his own motives. Yep. Because he doesn't know for sure. Unrelated. But if their paths merge, they know each other. Friends, allies. So she's smart too. It's a small world. Hey, you should take instinct just as seriously as facts and theories. Trusting your gut is usually just as good as having facts. Don't do anything. Oh shit. Is he gonna look right at them? Finks is Oh! This bitch gonna die. Finks, he's a killer. We saw him kill Dalzaline. But this bitch, I don't think she got it. Oh, he's tracking him.
全ては布石か。
入る。余裕で止めれば。左手一本で。
I knew he was a killer. Oh shit. Oh my god.
よウィンクス、なんでおめえがここにいる？団長と一緒にお出かけじゃなかったのか？
ここ4階だぞ。
How'd he get up there?
まず味方からだそうだ。
Ooh, to fool your enemies, fool your allies.
絶の達人が多すぎるとは思ったんだよな。
20尾行。ヒゲと
They gonna take him hostage?
やられた。
さて兄ちゃん、いくつか聞きてえことがあるんだが。
坊や、鎖野郎って知ってる？
He doesn't know Korpika's abilities yet.
能力者のことよ。私たち探してるの。あんた、そいつに頼まれて私たちのことつけたんでしょ？
He doesn't know that they're talking about his friend.
俺たちは自分の意志でお前たちを追ってたんだ。一瞬でいい。隙があれば。
One opening. He's fast. Remember how fast he is?
そうね。
God, you just got your tits out in front of a 12-year-old? Hey, let's have some modesty here.
トイイチ、なぜ俺たちをつけた？
Because we want money.
下手な嘘は逆効果だな。
Yep, they will know.
マフィアがあんたたちに莫大な懸賞金をかけてるんだ。あんたたちの居場所を教えただけで大金をくれるっていうサイトもいくつかある。
トイに尾行は誰に習った？
Ooh, they know.
っていうか、絶っていう気配を消す技なんだ。念能力の。
This is more advanced than Zetsu, though.
ハンター目指してるから。
誰に習った？
新元流の師範代だよ。
トイさん、鎖を使う念能力者を知ってるか？
鎖？
具現化系か操作系の使い手だ。お前の師匠ってのが右手にジャラジャラ鎖を束ねてるんじゃないのか？それともお前自身がそうか？
知らないね。俺の師匠は強化系だし、それに教えてもらったのは基本の4体行だけだ。
そうか。知らねんじゃ仕方ね。
They gonna let him go?
最後の質問だ。ラストは2択だ。
Okay, okay.
よく考えて選びな。今死ぬか。
Oh, shit. Let's die later.
どっちがいい？
I love this animation. Like, so sinister. Gon's keeping his cool, I think, more than... Oh, here's his... Ah,
無駄よ。
damn.
下手な真似しないで。
Damn. I thought he'd be faster.
今行く。坊や、お友達はおとなしく捕まったわよ。
They kidnapped his ass?
もう一度聞くわ。鎖野郎を知らない？
Or they both,
マジだよ。知らない。
So they're gonna bring him back.
それじゃああんたはどう？
And then Silva and the grandfather are gonna see Kill and be like, what the fuck is going on here? But that's gonna charge him up even more fiercely. Because now they have family involved. Or it's gonna fuck him up. I got like restless leg syndrome right now. I'm like coked out on adrenaline and hype over what's about to be going down. God damn. Oh, but they see Hisoka. They see Hisoka, but did Hisoka tell them as well that he's only infiltrating them? I wonder how hype Hisoka is going to be to see. God damn. So, let's discuss. Hunter x Hunter? More like horny because goddamn am I aroused. I am a slut for great storytelling, and Hunter x Hunter knows how to satisfy. On the edge of my seat the whole way, all 20 minutes. This is how you subvert my expectations, how you hit all the right notes. Right when you make me think I know what's going on, or I think I'm on pace, I'm thrown back in my seat and my jaw falls to the ground. I was spoiled on that one line, like I said a while ago, where Silva told Killua it wasn't worth the price. I finally heard that in the series now. And I thought that was the end of that. You know, just a little historical lore in Killua's past that I got spoiled a little bit on. Wasn't that big of a deal. And I'm glad it wasn't. All there is to take away is the fact that Killua doesn't underestimate the troop. I thought it ended there. You know, no harm, no foul. Because I would say that even further, because in no way was I ever expecting to see Silva and Zeno walking side by side, that score in the background giving me chills. I had to go back, rewind, watch it again, and the goosebumps. Or the last time we saw a troop member, it was watching Korpika put one down. And this episode reminding me just how scary these people are. 2 episodes ago, I was glad to see one defeated. This episode, I wasn't expecting to be thinking to myself, damn, I have to admit, I gotta say, the troop are fucking awesome. Every single one of you, serious or sarcastic, are cool and just manage to send shivers and chills down my spine and give me goosebumps. I gotta call this the goosebump episode for the amount of times the hair on my arms stood up. Silva and Zeno. When Nobunaga gets a phone call, you're staring at him through the eyes of the kids. You can't hear the conversation. All you can do is see his lips moving. All you can do is attempt to pick up on any clues, like the kids are doing, waiting for any sort of reaction, and he makes direct eye contact with them, with you. That got me. And then to see Killua tracked like a hawk by Finks, looking into the whites of his eyes, seeing his pupils keeping up with Killua, snatching him out of the air like a hawk, and likewise, even Gon with his enhancement speed not being able to evade. Goose bumps. And I'm truly starting to get why I'm truly starting to get why this is many people's favorite arc in the series. You got humor, you have the violence, there's this psychological intrigue, there's the archetypal dichotomous exposition of light and darkness at the core. We and our pro tags are finding ourselves in between a rock and a hard place, like Odysseus finding himself in between Charybdis and Scylla. And I am prepared for irresistible forces to meet immovable objects as we go further. And this episode does so many things right that encapsulate what the entire series as a whole has going for it and has so far accomplished. First, like I already stated a minute ago and said during my reaction, I never feel like I'm ahead of the show. I always feel like the story is a few steps ahead of me, and I like that. I love that. I hate when I find myself outpacing a story, whether it's a show or a movie, and it gets predictable. It gets boring. It gets slow, where I'm the one waiting for the next thing to happen because I'm already done with what's going on. The surprise isn't a surprise anymore. I can tell what's going to happen. I'm piecing the plot puzzle together before the dialogue or the action even takes place to show it. But my favorite shows and my favorite movies are those that trust their audiences to keep up, to be able to keep up, to chase you, as well as the writing is just stellar. Maybe we'll be confused for a while, a couple episodes in a series, or for a half hour in a movie, have a question that isn't answered yet, or your brain is still trying to piece everything together. And yeah, they leave us doing that, or they leave us confused or lost. They leave us in that unknown until it comes to us at the perfect moment when they want it to be, when it's supposed to, and it just works, you know? I don't know, maybe I'm not doing a good job explaining it. Hopefully you understand and maybe you have your own examples to give to yourself. I just like a story that keeps me running. The story runs a faster mile than I can. It's waiting for me at the finish line, and maybe I'm good enough to just be one or two steps behind, or maybe it's even a tie, but I never win. I'm never ahead. Hunter x Hunter keeps its pace with complete disregard to how I'm doing. It's not looking behind to see if I'm still there. It trusts that I am, and it believes in it's confident in itself to just keep going. I didn't think, like Gon could do as good a job at tracking and staying hidden as Killua can. And I remember before I could even recall back to the past and correct myself, the show is already doing it for me, telling me, hey, don't you remember he tracked Hisoka for an entire day back on Zevil Island? Or, hey, don't forget Killua is an assassin. Hey, don't forget there are plenty more troop members than just Machi and Nobunaga to worry about that you're tunnel visioning on. I am never bored watching Hunter x Hunter, and I'm never ahead of the curve. I might get one or two predictions correctly, and it may impress some people, or maybe I understand some concepts pretty straightforwardly, but never do I feel like the show has to catch up to my intelligence, and instead I'm the one slowing down for it to catch up. No, no, no. I'm the one trying my best to keep up instead. Um, the second crucially important aspect this episode touches on that affects the entire series' success in staying fresh, unpredictable, just straight up engaging is the power and character potential. Tagashi created what may be the best power system in all of anime. Despite that, we got Gon and Killua here, who are each 1 in 10 million, and on paper or on the surface, they have every reason to be the most overpowered in the story. But while we have seen elements of this here and there, Tagashi never lets this happen. He never lets things get out of control. And Tagashi doesn't fail nor hesitate to reveal and showcase the numerous other human beings in this world that are not just an even match to Gon and Killua, but people that Gon and Killua are no match to them. Tagashi is always challenging his own power system and always challenging each and every character, and doesn't put anybody up on a pedestal, despite if you're the main protag or the main antag, whatever. Killua in this episode is intelligent enough to know this himself. He plays cautious and he plays smart. He would make Kurapika proud with his logic and his perception and his alertness and his planning, I feel. This intelligence of his and his prior experience are what keep him alive and keep him level with the troop, who clearly seem to outmatch him in strength and power. At least we see with like Finks for sure. If it weren't for training since the age of 3 as an assassin and knowing everything we know about him as a Zoldyck, we would not have been witnessing an even playing field here, I don't think. Or an unpredictable one at that. It's this that makes subverting expectations possible, but also successful, because the scales could tip in either favor and you would believe it. It would be believable. It would make sense to you. Killua stayed alive not today by his strength, like he has in the past, say with Heaven's Arena, but by his brains. And that's really refreshing, especially being a new, interesting side we haven't really seen fully yet until now. And then lastly, what this episode does is play perfectly into the most fascinating and exciting aspect of this arc: the confusion over who knows what and when. And the knowledge you have as the omnipotent viewer is not shared by the characters. the entire arc so far in the background has been keeping tabs on who knows who, what, when, where, and why. And the confusing unknown that comes with that. It's so entertaining, so fun, so engaging. Gon and Killua, they know Kurapika, but they don't know he wields the chains or he is the conjurer that the troop is talking about. Kurapika will be working alongside the hired assassins. Kurapika knows the name Zoldyck, but will he recognize? He's never met Killua's family. Likewise, will Silva know this Kurapika fellow is one of the friends of Killua he left home for? And if he realizes, oh, he's a brand new hunter, that means you must have taken the test alongside my son. Does Silva know Kurapika? I don't know. Nobody knows that Kurapika has for sure killed Uvogin. Still, it's not for sure. It's just highly probable. Gon and Killua are about to see Hisoka now that they're hostage at the headquarters. But will they find out he is currently working with Kurapika? What will they talk about? Will they keep the secrets to keep themselves safe, to keep the others safe? Will they act as complete strangers, Even Crollo wants to recruit Kurapika into the troop, so he has no idea what's going on, making everything even more complicated. You know what I'm getting at here. There are so many questions and possibilities, so many potential dialogues between characters that can happen, so many potential events. Just the butterfly effect you can imagine, or the different branches, the different timelines. It's so complex. It's overwhelming, but exciting. It's more exciting than it is overwhelming. What is about to transpire next? Like, I'm so hyped and giddy, just waiting for what's next. We're entering the 50s. We're going to be entering episode 50. These next episodes in the 50s, they're going to be insane. They just got to be. It's practically impossible to summarize the stakeout and the stalking that was the majority of this episode. Each decision, each moment of deductive reasoning, it was just so precise and minute and nuanced by both parties and everyone involved. I couldn't possibly go through it all. It would take forever, and it was kind of straightforward, really. All I know and all I can say is what I've told you already. I was on the edge of my seat the whole way through. Absolutely thrilling in its purest form. A thrill. That's all I can say. The double blind tale by Finks and Pakunoda was as exhilarating as it was devastating. So focused on Machi and Nobunaga, you forget your surroundings. Just like back on Zevil Island. The bird that catches the fish, that catches the fly. No hunter is more vulnerable than when they're hunting. And Gon learned that lesson back then. Unfortunately, didn't realize he's in the same predicament here. And fascinating to see these two handle the situation so differently. Gon goes still, goes silent, darting his eyes, carefully looking for a window of opportunity like that of a fisherman, like that back on Zevil Island. Meanwhile, Killua dizzyingly bounces and leaps from wall to floor to wall to ceiling, maneuvering an attempt to disorient Finks, but fails. Only managing to escape Finks's grip with this spin move that I think just left his the skin on his ankles just torn up. Earning a whistle of positive impression from Finks. Like, damn. Damn, I couldn't even whistle there. Let me lick my lips. Yeah, damn. Okay, I suck. But when the action cools, he plays it smooth through the interrogation. And I just love the contrast that for the majority of the episode, we followed these two spiders across town. These super low-key, chill-mannered people, which actually makes their true mercilessness and apt for violence that we know that much more heavy. and jarring. The tension building and building and building until then we see the troop in their imposing, dangerous, terrifying form. And the sheer number of individual different destinies all converging at this one singularity is some deep, heavy, serious shit. I'm holding on to multiple complex plot threads here. Each one of them separately could easily carry as epic mini arcs, but instead I have a handful at once. And as I said earlier about this whole arc being a big game of who knows what, the huge irony in this collision course of fates for our characters is the fact that each one of our characters is completely ignorant and unaware of the roles the others are playing and the paths the others are taking. Killua has no idea his father and grandfather have been hired by the mafia to take down the troop and are in town. He has no idea Kurapika is in the mafia, I believe. He only knows that he's a bodyguard. Nor that Kurapika will be working alongside his father. He has no clue about Kurapika at all. Not that he is a chain user or he's the person the troop are questioning him for. Gon doesn't know this either. Therefore, the spiders themselves believe Killua and Gon are telling the truth and have to presume they don't know who the chain user is, despite knowing Kurapika. They also don't know Hisoka is an infiltrator, I believe, because I don't know if Kurapika, I don't remember if Kurapika divulged that information to everybody else. Maybe he has and then disregard what I'm saying. They don't know he's an infiltrator and conspiring with the chain user they're after. Well, the spiders don't know that. But for Gon and Killua, I don't know what they know. Because like the spiders, they don't know that the kids they just kidnapped know who Hisoka is. Or maybe they do because they know him and maybe Illumi. I don't know if Illumi is involved with the troop or not. That he was also going after its hunter's license. So if they're hunters, then maybe they would assume you came across each other. But I think Gon or Killua, I forget who said that they're trying to become hunters. Yeah, but like the spiders don't know he's an infiltrator. They don't know that he's conspiring with the person they're after. They don't know the kids know him. Let alone that one of them is kind of his protege of sorts. But the kids themselves might not know that Hisoka is currently working with Kurapika. Like, Jesus Christ, could you ask for a more intriguing and suspenseful set of plot lines? You know, bring it on, God damn it. I don't care if I'm not ready. And I love that the show doesn't care if I am or not either. That's the best part. And that is it for this discussion today, I believe. I'm satisfied. Before you go, like the video to support the series and subscribe if you haven't already to stay in the loop on our journey. Keep the conversation going down in the comments. Follow me on Instagram for my photography and some of my personal life. Remember, I always offer early access and exclusive Let's Watch series to my supporters over on Patreon. Having said all that, and with that said, so long, farewell, until next time. Thank you, stay dangerous, be yourself, and I hope you have a good one. Peace.